Before you close your eyes tonight, there's something you need to know. Something buried in the depths of history, hidden from the masses. Until now. What if I told you that the truth about heaven has been manipulated for centuries? That the mysterious layers of heaven, the powerful reality of the afterlife, have been concealed, twisted into a story too grand for the ordinary mind to grasp? Why is it that ancient civilizations all spoke of heaven as a physical place, a tangible reality, yet modern minds dismiss it as nothing but a spiritual construct? Is there something we've missed? Something hidden from the eyes of the unprepared? What is it about heaven that has been obscured from us? Could it be that the answers were right in front of us all along? Could it be that the truth has been waiting to explode into our understanding? In this video, we will reveal what ancient texts, hidden secrets, and untold biblical stories say about the true nature of heaven. You'll uncover why these revelations have the power to shift your entire view of the afterlife and how your understanding of heaven might just change the way you live today. As we dig into the ancient mysteries, you'll understand why so many have believed in the multi-layered heaven, the sky as a divine barrier, and the astronomical significance behind the sacred waters of the universe. This is no simple story. This is the unveiling of truths that have the potential to transform everything you thought you knew. So, stick with me, because the truth about heaven will shock you, inspire you, and leave you wondering what we've all been missing. Why does heaven remain a mystery to us? What if I told you that heaven is not just a place of peaceful rest, but a living, breathing, dynamic realm far beyond anything you've imagined? What if the true nature of heaven is more than just a spiritual concept? What if it's a tangible reality with layers, energy, and purpose beyond comprehension? For centuries, we've been fed a single narrative about the afterlife, one that leaves us with more questions than answers. But today, we're about to flip the script. Heaven is more than what we've been told, and the secrets that have been buried for millennia are finally coming to light. Every ancient civilization, every sacred text, has whispered about a mysterious, multi-layered heaven, a realm where power, beauty, and divine order coexist. Why have these truths been hidden from us for so long? Why is it that the ancient texts, from the Bible to the Apocrypha to the forgotten cultures of old, all speak of heaven as a physical, structured place, not a vague notion of spirituality? It's time to realize that the mysteries of heaven are not simply a religious theory. They are part of an ancient truth that has been intentionally veiled. The world has chosen to ignore these secrets, but we're about to uncover them. Why? Because the world needs to know. Could it be that we're standing on the edge of a revelation so vast, it could change everything we've ever known about life and death? Are we being prepared for the day when the veil of heaven is lifted for good? What if the truth has been hidden in plain sight? This is a story of divine power, mystery, and purpose. A story that will reshape how we think about our place in the universe, and ultimately, how we live our lives. Because when we understand heaven, we understand our true purpose. The hidden layers of heaven. What the Bible has to say. The Bible speaks of heaven in ways that have been overlooked or misunderstood. But today, we're diving deep into those ancient words, unlocking the layers that have remained sealed for centuries. There's a vibrational frequency in the heavens that transcends the limits of our understanding. The Bible doesn't merely talk about a single heaven. It speaks of multiple realms, layers of existence, each with its own purpose. Why has this been kept from us? Because these layers of heaven are not just metaphysical concepts, they're actual realms intertwined with our physical world, filled with power, divine wisdom, and mystery. Look at the story of Enoch, for instance. He walked with God and was taken up into heaven. He didn't just go to a spiritual realm or enter a cloud of mysticism. He ascended through the layers of heaven, seeing what few of us could ever comprehend. His story is not just a tale of faith. It is a glimpse into the cosmic structure of the universe, a structure that we, as humans, are just beginning to unlock. What does this mean for us? It means that heaven is not a distant place we reach only after death. It is a living reality that we are connected to right now. We are all on the edge of a cosmic truth, one that could change the way we perceive the world and our very existence. Heaven is calling, but are we truly listening? Are we ready to understand the layers, the realms, and the purpose of heaven in a way that transforms our everyday lives? The mysteries of heaven are not just hidden to keep us in the dark. They have been concealed because they are meant to be discovered at the right time, at a time when we, as a species, are ready to understand them. That time is now. Why? Because as we awaken to these divine truths, we step into our true potential. We align with the cosmic order of the universe, embracing the divine plan set forth for us. We have the power to unlock heaven, to understand its layers, and to live in alignment with its truth. Heaven is more than a place of peace. It is a force that guides us, teaches us, and awakens us. The question is not whether heaven exists, it's how we're going to tap into its power. The question is not what heaven will be for us when we die, but what heaven is calling us to do right now. Are we prepared to open our eyes to the truth? Are we ready to ascend into the next level of understanding? The divine order of heaven is calling you. The mysteries of the afterlife are unfolding. Are you ready to understand heaven for what it truly is? The vast realm of heaven, layers beyond your imagination. Imagine a realm so vast, so incredibly intricate, that it cannot simply be understood with the human mind alone. Heaven, the place we've been taught to envision as a peaceful afterlife, is far more than a destination. It is an infinite tapestry woven with mystical layers that stretch far beyond anything we can fathom. But why have we only been told about a single ethereal heaven? What if the truth is far grander than we ever realized? Heaven, as ancient civilizations understood it, was not a static place. It was alive, dynamic, a place that resonated with energy and purpose. Just as a seed holds an entire tree within it, heaven itself holds multiple layers, each one a dimension of existence in its own right. The Bible speaks of heaven as a multi-layered realm, and not just metaphorically, realms within realms, each one vibrating at a different frequency, each one representing a different aspect of divine perfection. The ancient Egyptians, for example, believed in a sky that was not just a backdrop, but a living entity. The sacred waters of the cosmos, essential for creation and order, flowed through these layers, affecting everything from weather to fate. Every rainstorm, every flash of lightning, was a reflection of heaven's inner workings, a sign of the eternal balance between heaven and earth. This was no accident. It was a divine design, carefully crafted and sustained by the divine power. But how does this connect with us today? We look at the heavens above us and see a sky, a dome of sorts. Yet beneath that surface, there is more than we can comprehend. These layers are not just spiritual metaphors. They are powerful, cosmic truths that shape our reality. The very idea of heaven with its infinite layers invites us to rethink our place in the universe and our potential to ascend both spiritually and physically. So what happens when we open our hearts and minds to the true nature of heaven? We step into a higher state of awareness, a state where we are no longer confined to the earthly realm, but are tapped into the divine flow of the universe. Just like the mysterious waters of the cosmos, we too can flow between dimensions of existence, touching the divine and living in harmony with its truth. What if the key to unlocking heaven isn't just through death, but through life? What if the real heaven isn't a place you go to after death, but a power you activate in your life today? The ancient connection between heaven and earth. Now, Let's take a step back and look at the grand design of the cosmos. Heaven and earth, in ancient beliefs, were never separate. They were intricately intertwined, bound by divine energy that flowed between them. The great ziggurats of Mesopotamia, the pyramids of Egypt, these weren't just structures of stone and labor. They were architectural representations of the connection between the divine and the earthly. These ancient cultures built these sacred structures to honor the divine, to bridge the gap between heaven and earth. The ziggurat, for example, was considered a stairway to heaven, a path for the soul to ascend. But it was also much more than that. It was a symbol of unity, a reminder that we, too, are meant to ascend spiritually, to rise above the physical world and tap into the cosmic energy that surrounds us. Look at the sacred pyramids. In Egypt, these were not simply tombs for the dead. They were designed as interdimensional portals, symbols of the soul's journey toward the divine. They were built with precision, with a knowledge of celestial bodies and cosmic energy that transcended human understanding. The ancient Egyptians understood that the physical and the spiritual were intertwined, and so they created monuments that reflected this. These structures were meant to connect the heavens to the earth, to unite the material world with the divine. Now, think about the symbolism of these structures in your own life. What if you, too, are a living, breathing ziggurat, a spiritual monument designed to connect your soul to the divine? Every step you take in life can be seen as a step toward ascending, toward understanding the divine flow of the universe and integrating it into your everyday life. It's not about waiting for heaven. It's about creating it, right here, right now. The cosmic blueprint for life is already within you. You carry the essence of the divine, and just like the ancient builders, you have the ability to create your own spiritual path. Your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs, they are the bricks that build the stairway to heaven. So every day is an opportunity to ascend, to connect with the divine, and to unite heaven and earth within yourself. By understanding the deep connection between heaven and earth, we begin to see the bigger picture, a divine design that has been in place since the dawn of time, one that calls us to rise above the mundane and step into the divine flow. The key is not in waiting for heaven to come to us, but in realizing that heaven is already here, already within us, and we are simply awakening to its truth. When we awaken to this truth, when we realize that we are both heavenly and earthly beings, we step into our true power. The question is, will you answer the call to ascend? Are you ready to step into the divine flow that connects heaven and earth and realize your full potential as a cosmic being? The answer, ultimately, lies within you. You have the power to unlock the heavens, right now in this moment. This is your call to action. This is your invitation to rise above, to tap into the divine energy of the universe, and to become part of the eternal flow of heaven. The time to ascend is now. The power of sacred structures, building your spiritual ascension. Imagine standing before a towering structure, one that has existed for thousands of years. Its ancient stones are weathered, but they carry an energy that seems almost alive. These sacred structures were not built for mere mortals. They were built for the divine. Pyramids, ziggurats, and temples. Each of these was designed with one singular purpose, to connect earth with heaven. And these aren't just relics of the past. They hold the key to understanding our true connection with the divine. They are portals, symbols of humanity's innate ability to ascend spiritually. What if I told you that you are the living equivalent of these sacred structures? That your body, your soul, is a temple, a ziggurat, a pyramid, all created to reach the divine and unlock the energies of heaven. You were designed to rise, to ascend from the mundane and reach for something greater. Just like those ancient monuments, you have the power to elevate yourself above the physical and into the realm of the divine. Let's take a moment and reflect on the sheer magnitude of what the ancient civilizations built. Think about the pyramids of Egypt. pyramids that stand as a testament to human ambition and divine inspiration. These were not just tombs, they were monumental stairways to heaven designed to guide the soul upward. These structures were aligned with the stars, with the heavens themselves. They were built with mathematical precision, grounded in cosmic energy, but they were also metaphysical symbols, a reminder that we too are meant to ascend, that our souls are meant to rise. Now, look at your own life. Do you see yourself as a sacred structure? Do you see your daily actions, your thoughts, as the bricks that build your spiritual ascension? Just like the ancient builders carefully crafted each stone of their temples, you too are constructing your path to heaven, one decision, one moment at a time. The question is, are you building towards the divine, or are you stuck in the physical world, focused only on what can be touched, seen, and measured? The key to spiritual ascension lies in building your own sacred structure. The ziggurat, the pyramid, these structures weren't just built to touch the heavens, they were designed to align with them. Just like these ancient monuments, you must align your thoughts, your energy, and your soul with the divine frequency that permeates the universe. This is not a concept for the afterlife. This is a reality you can tap into right now. Think of every moment as an opportunity to place a stone upon the foundation of your spiritual ascent. Every act of kindness, every act of faith is another brick, another step upward. The divine is not some distant force. It is here, surrounding you, waiting to be discovered. But to access it, you must ascend. Just like the pyramids, just like the ancient temples, you must align your life, your actions, and your soul with the energy of heaven. Ascension is not just a spiritual concept. It is a practical, actionable reality. It is the journey you are on every single day. The question is, will you rise to meet it? Will you build your own temple, your own ziggurat, and reach for heaven? But let's not stop there. We must remember that these ancient structures weren't just about reaching the divine. They were also about connecting the divine with the physical. The ziggurat was not a temple built in isolation. It was meant to be a bridge between heaven and earth. And so, your journey to ascension isn't just about spiritual growth. It's about integration. It's about bringing the divine into your daily life, merging the celestial with the earthly, and living in harmony with both. When we talk about spiritual ascension, we often think of it as something that happens after death. But the truth is, ascension begins now. The divine isn't something you wait for after your earthly life ends. It's something you bring into your life today. And just as those ancient civilizations built grand structures to reach the heavens, you too can build a path to heaven right here on earth. Now, think about this. How often do we find ourselves focused on the physical, on the material, on the fleeting aspects of life? We chase after money, status, power, but none of these things can provide the true fulfillment that comes from spiritual ascension. The pyramid, the ziggurat, the temple, they were designed to remind us that the material world is just a small part of the grand picture. There is something far greater, far more profound, waiting for us in the divine. And the more we focus on building our spiritual ascension, the more we begin to align with that truth. In every moment, you have the opportunity to rise. Just like the ancient builders, you are constructing your path to heaven. The question is, what kind of foundation are you laying? Are you building towards something greater? Or are you stuck in the physical, never looking up at the heavens above? Your spiritual ascension begins with one simple choice: to rise, to build your sacred structure, your ziggurat, your pyramid, to align with the divine and step into the flow of the universe. You are the architect of your own spiritual journey. It's time to start building. It's time to rise. As you stand at the crossroads of your journey, take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned. Heaven, in all its grandeur, is not just a place that exists beyond the veil. It is a reality that we are intricately tied to, even here on Earth. It is a force, a power, that surrounds us and calls to us, waiting for us to open our hearts and minds to its boundless potential. Do you feel it? That stirring deep within you. It's the echo of something greater than ourselves, a calling that is as old as time itself. It's the whisper of the divine, beckoning you to rise, to ascend, to unlock the mysteries that have been hidden for so long. But it's not just a calling for some distant time after death. It's happening now, in this very moment. It's happening through the choices you make, the way you live your life, the way you choose to love and grow. And it's happening because you have the power to change everything. You hold within you the keys to unlock heaven on earth, to create a life filled with divine purpose, divine connection. Every step you take towards spiritual ascension is a step towards the truth that has been woven into the fabric of the universe since the beginning. Every thought you think, every action you take has the potential to create a ripple effect, drawing you closer to the divine. This is not a distant dream, it's a reality you can step into right now. Think about all the ancient civilizations that understood this truth. The Egyptians, the Sumerians, the Hebrews, they all built their temples, their ziggurats, their pyramids to bridge the gap between heaven and earth. They understood that life is not just about what we see with our eyes, but about what we align ourselves with, about what we connect to on a spiritual level. They built their sacred structures to reach higher, to elevate themselves, and to bring heaven closer to earth. And now, in this moment, you are being called to do the same, to rise, to build, to connect. Imagine for a moment what would happen if you fully embraced this calling. What would your life look like if you woke up every day with a purpose, with the understanding that you are part of something much greater than yourself? What if you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are connected to heaven, to the divine, and that every step you take is a step towards something miraculous? It is time to break free from the limitations of the physical world and embrace the divine energy that surrounds you. The time for waiting is over. The time to rise is now. You have the power to create heaven on earth, to live in alignment with the divine order of the universe. You can choose to ascend every single day, to build your own sacred path, to rise above the chaos and distractions of the world and step into the divine flow. But the journey is not just about you, it's about all of us. The more you rise, the more you bring others with you. The more you connect with the divine, the more you help others reconnect with their own divine essence. This is a collective journey, one that transcends the individual. We are all part of the same cosmic tapestry, and together we can build something incredible. If this message resonates with you, if you feel that deep stirring in your heart, I encourage you to take action. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't let the distractions of life keep you from stepping into the divine flow that is waiting for you. Rise, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Because when you rise, the world rises with you. If you feel this video has touched your soul, if it has helped you find light in a dark world, I humbly invite you to support this channel. Every like, every comment, every share, it helps spread this message of hope, of divine connection to others who need to hear it. And if you feel moved to contribute in any way, know that every little bit of support means the world to me. Your energy, your time, your kindness, they are priceless. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this journey. Together, we are building a divine connection that will echo through eternity. Keep rising. Keep building. Heaven is waiting.